Well, traders, good morning, and welcome to this live trading webinar. My name is Theo. For those who join us for first time here at Admirals, we do live trading sessions Monday to Friday. So we really like to welcome everyone on board. And for those who are joining us every single time, we really want to thank you for your support. So today it's a new week, the first trading day of the week. As always, our disclaimer, just to make sure everyone understands that this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide any trading or investment advice or any personal recommendations. How are you guys doing today? Is everyone okay? Did you have a good weekend? By the way, it looks like guys, just to make sure, those who join from YouTube, can you use the chat? Can you read my message? Please let me know if you can try to chat and try to put something on the chat box. Or for those who join from Zoom, guys, everything is okay? Hello? If you can reply to make sure that you can communicate with myself. I think we have a Zoom, it's fine. Traders from YouTube, really, I think we have a technical issue with the chat on YouTube today. So I don't know why you cannot reply back, because until now, I believe some people, they try to use it. Really sorry for that. It's not something I can do. All righty, so let's read the news. Let's read the news. The economic calendar. So, People's Bank of China interest rate decision early this morning. They left them unchanged at 3.65%. European Central Bank President Lagarde's speech will take place later this afternoon. And a few hours later, again, another speech by President Lagarde. And there is a Japanese holiday this month, this day. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Reserve Bank of Australia meetings minutes. They are keen for, and then in Canada, they are keen for consumer price index code. They expect it to have a raise from 5% to the drop, from 5% to 4.6%. Okay, they just informed me now that there is an issue with the YouTube. So I really don't know why you cannot type. Sorry, guys. Today it's going to be the podcast day, and after we finish this webinar, I will prepare the podcast so you can listen it. And as usual, I go through the major news events and make possible trading outcomes as well at the end. But it's really very, very informative, and I suggest everyone to listen to that. In regards to the morning briefing, today's top headlines: UBS agrees to buy Credit Suisse for more than $3 billion. First Republic Bank looms large for US regulators after Credit Suisse sale. Fed raised concerns about SVB's risk management in 2019. Okay, 4 years later, that's okay. Ukraine grain deal is extended. Russian drones downed. Vladimir Putin harshly criticizes West as Xi Jinping strikes softer tone. French protests turning violent, aim to override Macron's pension overhaul. And the last one, UK billionaire bidding for Manchester United plots a US expansion. Well, let me share the MetaTrader now. So this one here. All right. So pound against the US dollar, we had a gap with the opening, the price opened there. It was a gap of 25 pips. If we go to the weekly chart, we saw some bullishness last week from the Great British Pound. It's been a while that the 50 period moving average stayed as a good resistance in the market, but with the weakness of the US dollar and with what's going on lately with the banking system, someone could expect to see some bullishness a bit more. So we'll keep an eye on that this week. If we go to the daily chart, we have this pattern now developed. We are at the top here. If we're going to have a breakout, we really do expect the market to come and retest at least this area. So for 4-hour traders, let's say, for our traders, it's a bit more clear the double top. So a breakout outside of this area could be a good use for some longs. Euro US dollar, after we came at the support here last week, the market bounced higher. It rejected the 50 period moving average, and maybe it's on its way higher. USD CHF, we are in the middle of the range here, nothing to forecast. Australian dollar, it's against the US dollar. It is in the resistance zone here, in the seller's area. There are some double top price actions here. The best one was this double top here, this one, and then this one here. So these were good trades. The market already, after revisited this area, it tried to sold off, but the sellers didn't really come to take control and create new lows. And that means that at this point here, maybe the market is ready for some bullishness. All right, because think about that. We had this selling pressure joining and creating this huge, enormous momentum to the downside. Then the market stopped, reversed here with a double bottom. It reversed and it came to revisit the broken support, now acted as resistance. Double top here, and the sellers took control, but they were unable to create new lower low and push the price lower to create a new downtrend or continuation of this downtrend. And now they revisit, the buyers pushed all the way to the zone. But it looks like that if sellers, they didn't come once, they didn't come twice, they didn't come third time after this candle. Now maybe it's not that, it doesn't scream sell at this point. I hope you guys understand that it's important also to pay attention and read the market information and put some detail. All right. Kiwi, this is the weekly chart. We had this bullishness last week, although the market is showing clearly that a strong area of resistance is here, a strong area of support is down there. At this point here, yes, some intraday activity can take place, sure. If we go down to the daily chart, we are in this resistance zone, and that's the only thing can help to push the market lower, really. USD CAD, we said that this area here could be used for some buying activity on the lower time frame. We had this bullish candle here, then this one here, it wasn't that, at least on that time frame, wasn't screaming for some buying activity. USD JPY, lower highs, lower lows are in play, and that's what we like here. After this inside bearish rejection, tapped into this resistance area. Now the market is just respecting that. We do have a new market structure here, though, that this low point. Okay, so we have to appreciate that and credit it to the market. We are in a free fall. The market can come here or there and reverse, or just continue to push lower. Australian dollar against the Japanese yen in this downtrend. The buyers really, they didn't, this support here wasn't the final area. As I mark it on the chart, this is the support of, this is the support that we want the price to tap into. If it's gonna reject it, we would like to start looking for some longs. If it's not gonna reject it, then, and we're gonna have a breakthrough, we definitely gonna wait for a retest and then to short it. Euro JPY, that's the 30-minute chart. If we go to the weekly chart, we see that this area here, we can restructure the market based on the lowest point the market traded, and it's this one here. So we are in this downtrend. On the daily chart, I believe we can try and find some nice intraday sales here. So last week we had this double top rejection. I was expecting this to push higher, but it didn't, push lower. And then the day after, revisited this area after this lower low, revisited this area with this bearish engulfing. What time was that? It was at 3 a.m. broker time. So it was early in the morning, right at the, I think at 2 a.m. Local time, the Japanese stock market open, and that was the bearish engulfing, 53 pips, 150, more than 3-to-1 gap. Sorry, it was this morning. Apologies for that. Okay. So some more bearishness to come. Pound against the Japanese yen, still bearish all the way down. After this new price action developed on the weekly chart, we have a new information now, and traders, pay attention to this, please. It doesn't mean that if we have some bias based on the current price action on Friday or on Thursday, after we see the weekly candle closes as we see here, then we have to read the market based on the new information. And I noticed at many occasions, really in many instances, that traders, they lack concentration and pay attention to that detail in trading, because we bet on the fluctuation of the price differential we want to be specific and accurate all the time. We don't have that privilege of buy the asset, let's say, and hold it because we use the leverage when we're trading. Okay, when we invest, it's a whole different approach. But when we're trading and we speculate on the price movement, either up or down, any new information come to the market based on the price action, we have to take that as the most valid reference for our ongoing activity. All right, it doesn't mean because we had bullish bias on Thursday or on Wednesday or on Friday, after the trading day of Friday, let's say, or on Thursday, then we have a new information to deal with, and we take that new information as the reference. Okay, flexibility and adaptability, it's one of the key components every trader must have if they want to experience ongoing and long-term success in trading. Swiss franc against the Japanese yen, all the way for sales. This one, market tapped into this area as we marked this zone at the top. Okay, I don't know if you guys took some trades here. The reason I mark you this area, it's to help you to have some also references if you are a trader that likes to put just limit orders, like you want to have an entry there, a stop loss above there, and just leave the market. You don't want to come back and monitor price action. All right, there are different traders that they like to trade differently, and I try to cover all aspects here. So when I draw these boxes, you can make your own decision, and if it's appropriate for you, you can definitely put your orders here. And some traders, they use the boxes I draw as they told me, and they take only the 50%. Sometimes they miss the trades, but that's okay. They take only the 50% and they place their limit order, like sell order here, and they put their stop losses above the last swing high. Nobody told me yet that it put the stop loss above here. Usually they put the stop loss above the most recent swing high. Okay, and so they don't need to be in front of the computer. They don't need to monitor the price action. That's another style of trading. I embrace both because it's, as we said, flexibility and adaptability in trade is a key and a must component. All right. So bearish for this one too. CAD yen now at this support, although we have to rearrange our support a bit and our resistance. Okay, so we do have this support here. Okay, traders. Then we're going to go down to these supports, but so far we do have this support. The market, we expect the market to visit this area. There are another 90 pips until the market can touch over there. So keep an eye if you want on the lower time frames. You can go as low as any time frame you want. We have this impulse move, any retracements, maybe during the New York session, they will be, because we trade also the Canadian dollar, maybe during the Canada trading activity, we're going to experience some more sales. Gold, that was the biggest surprise of all. Gold touches finally the $2,000 yesterday. The last trading day, that was on Friday. Let me check the time also for our DAX, trading. So on Friday, traders, we saw this massive candle push and penetrate in enormous volume the last swing high. So let's go to the weekly chart and try to find the next area of resistance. And so the next area, it's here, 2069. Now we are on $2,000 per ounce. I wouldn't take this high as a strong consideration. I will take this one there. So for now, I will leave it. That was an inside resistance broken. Let's go down to the lower time frame. Now, traders, keep an eye on that. Any intraday activity, higher highs, higher lows, we can use them to buy it. Remember, on gold, because it brings more volatility, remember, always use your stop losses, especially if you're not in front of the screen. Okay. Next, and gas, pretty much nothing. We are in the middle of this downtrend now. Again, the inverse head and shoulder pattern, it's still in play, but we need to find some rejection here if we want to aggressively, if we want to conservatively buy. If we want to aggressively buy, we can just buy, and our stop loss can go below this last swing low or the head of the pattern. Crude oil, finally, lower highs, lower lows. We are bearish on that. Silver also has a room to move until this area of resistance. Let's check quickly the rest. We have a few more minutes. Bitcoin, it's exploding higher and higher and higher. This failure rejection here, this failure double top, it's just create more bullishness on this one. Against the GBP, nothing. Euro cat. I still have this pending order. I will see if the market is going to stay above after this ring low formation, if it's going to stay above this area. So maybe a little bit skeptical about that one today. Euro CHF tapped into this area of resistance, and we see any price action rejection. Euro Kiwi, pretty much nothing. I was expecting for some bullishness here, but it didn't come, so that's okay. Euro Australia, pound Australian dollar, it's coming to double top this area here, so we see what's going to happen. Pound CHF, maybe some more bullishness here because pound it's a little bit stronger now across the other currencies. Pound CAD resistance, pound Kiwi double top here. We'll see if we're going to have a new high. Aussie CHF, we are looking to short it, of course, because we are in a downtrend. Aussie, New Zealand, the same. We are looking to short it. Aussie, Canadian dollar. I'm not that sure about that. It's more clear the Aussie Swift, so the Aussie Swiss. New Zealand CAD, again, nothing. In New Zealand CHF, no bias here. Ethereum is also trying to get some bullish momentum. And CAD Swiss, I would really like to see some more weakness here because of this nice pattern. Let's go to the DAX. Oh, sorry, that's commodities. Guys, those who are watching us through the YouTube, please, you can put some comments after the end of the webinar if you have any questions. And because today, unfortunately, we have this technical issue with the Zoom, with the YouTube, I will try to be as fast as possible to monitor the video so I can answer any questions you have, and unfortunately you cannot answer, type them here. What about you guys on Zoom? Everything is fine? Do you have any pairs are you watching currently? dollar index, it's on a fall here, of course. Let's check the DAX today, lower highs, lower lows, awesome for more sales. FTSE daily, we break below this support. We can expect the market to get some more weakness. All the indices, they are either at resistance and we can take advantage of that, or they are lower highs, lower lows, and we can take advantage of that as well. So it's a good way. Let's focus a little bit on the DAX now for the next few minutes. So an inside candle might be developed here on the 1 hour chart. Let's go down to our execution time frame. So the area I would like to watch, it's this one here. And that's really when things, they tend to be a bit tricky. I'm going to try to get today this entry here. And the reason for that is if the market it's going to fall below, if it's going to take this low here, it has high chances to give us at least not only 10, it's too volatile, the DAX today. It's going to give us about 35 to 40 points until it's going to push lower there. But I think if it's going to break higher, I'm not going to be able to catch it. Okay. I'll just put a sell stop here. My stop loss for this sell, it's going to be above this high. Excuse me for that. If that 1 hour, it's going to develop as an inside for our chart. It's kind of rejection here. Traders, this is very difficult trade today. I'm telling you. This one here, maybe let's check the FTSE market already open. Unfortunately, breaking to the upside, I cannot catch the trade with stop orders unless it's going to be a market execution. I don't know if you guys took any trade, but for me here, unfortunately, I'm not in any long positions here. Only if the market it's going to tap here and take the seller side, I will be triggered in the trade. S&P 500, David, DAX, Mladen, could you explain the situation with gold again? With gold in terms of fundamentals, guys, for those who just joined, I have a sell stop order here with a stop loss above this box, and a target, it's going to be about 30 or 40, 30 to 40 points. As like my friend Darshan prefers to hear the points, right? Now, David, about the gold, in terms of fundamental analysis about the gold, now everything is going south for the banking, with the banking system in America and with the Swiss now, and of course the gold is on the demand, the gold it's on the go. silver as well, maybe palladium investors, but really the gold, it's a hard asset, it's a commodity that you can actually buy and bet on the real value of that. Also, the cryptocurrencies, they take enormous amount of volume, and they experience that bullishness now. So it's, I believe, and that's my personal opinion, not the investment advice, not recommendation. I'm super bullish in the cryptocurrencies, in the majors. I like this, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the Solana, and other few, and of course, on the gold. Okay, let's check the 1 minute chart. It looks like it wants to sustain higher. All right, traders. So if in the next few minutes I don't see any strong activity to the downside, I'm going to just cancel the order, and I don't need to just stay around and monitor. For the FTSE, though, that was also a good one, 25 points the market traded so far. Didn't got involved in any trade. And as I explained you the other day, traders, when the market is right at the London Open and without any retracement prior to the London Open, it's really hard to take bias to initiate a trade, because we have to initiate a trade on spot. We cannot place our pending orders, and we run the risk of a fast spike and false break in the market before it's going to continue its original direction. All right, and that's a really insights from my trading activity all these years. All right, especially on Mondays, because there are so many news and situations they play on weekend, but we're going to see the reflection during the London Open or during the New York Open many times. You got an S&P 500 at Frankfurt Open, so 1 hour ago, due to order blocked up 1 hour. David, let's check S&P 500. Order block of 1 hour, some here, so you bought it. So you had this, let's say, order block, or maybe you took the pin bar as an order block. Either way is fine. And yep, great call. Absolutely great call. Well done. I always like the way you do analysis, David, and that's awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to keep monitoring for a few more candles only, and if it's not going to break in the next few candles to the downside, we can scratch the order. All right, that's all from me today. It was a privilege and honor here at Admirals to have you on board. Again, apologies for the technical issue with YouTube. It's not from our side, so please make sure you leave some comments below if you have any questions, and I will personally answer each and every one. Okay. Again, I wish you happy trading. Please make sure first you like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and second, keep an eye on the podcast. I'm gonna record in a while so you can get all the information for this week. I wish you to have a lovely day ahead, and I look forward to see you tomorrow again at the same time. Thank you so much.